back. This is Gun Lover, Texas, brought to you by Mental Motivation. This is part 2 of my conversation with my good friend Michael Huebner. He has a video production company called 12 Pound Productions, and he's made quite a few videos of some local metal bands and rock bands, whatever you want to call them. And tell us a little bit about that process of making the video. I mean, I don't know if everybody knows what goes into making a video. It's obviously it's not played live.
No, it's
right?
no. It's generally it lip sync, but you shoot everything repeatedly. You shoot everything over and over again, and it seems to be different every time with what the band wants.
Right.
Every band calls me up and goes, "I want a music video. What do you charge?"
Right.
Well, I can't answer that because what kind of music video do you want?
Right.
Are you looking for So if you want a special effects, you want aliens attacking the Earth, well, then that's going to cost. Do you want a live music video? Do you want how do you want it to look? What do you? So it's different every time. The process is always different.
So how do you go about determining the price then? At that point, I mean, once they tell you everything that you want, I mean, is it like a one lump sum, or is it like you kind of do it like $1,000 an hour, or is it a?
I try and do it. Typically it goes by the setup.
Right.
How many days are we shooting? How many different scenes are we shooting? If we're shooting just the live band, we can do that in one day.
Right.
Then that's one price. But if I have to come back for a second day and shoot girls with whips and chains beating the hell out of each other as inserts or a storyline,
that's free, right?
That's yeah. Well, then that's a second day. That's a second set of lights. That's a second set of.
Mm-hmm.
It's set up. It's all about time.
Right.
Now, it's a losing process because I can't even begin to charge for my editing time.
Right.
Because editing time is probably 75% of the video, and nobody sees that because that's me sitting alone in the dark in front of my computer cutting everything up, which takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So it's a losing process. You never make the time you put into it.
So, I mean, you shot quite a few bands. I think did we mention the bands earlier that you've done?
We mentioned some of them. I shot Warbeast and Puncture and Mercy Dealer, Disrespect. Oh, Lord, I've worked for so many bands. Bloodstained Carpet, Modern Superstar. I worked for One Seed. I worked for my band Disrespect. I worked for Dead Rustic Dog, Texture. On and on and on and on and on. I still keep going. There's lots of them. Mourning the Imaginary, on and on.
Oh, really? How long have you had this 12 Pound Productions as an official business?
Probably, I really don't know. Probably 5 years now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was there any killer, crazy-ass stories? I mean, it's kind of the obvious question. It's kind of almost a redundant question, but anything crazy happening in these? I know you shot a garbage truck video. The video itself was crazy, so I can only imagine.
Oh, those are always crazy, and there's tons of B-roll on that I can't even begin to show.
I did an interview with them last weekend, and we were like, even after we were done, Anthony turned to me and said, "Dude, we might not do another one because I'm not sure you can air any of that." And they were just talking. I've seen the video, at least the one video. What's the name of it?
Nasty Sluts with Killer Butts.
Yeah, so you can imagine what's required of that.
That's where we shot the girls wrestling in green Jell-O.
They told me that Jell-O was synthetic.
There's actually a place on the internet, thank God for the internet, you can find anything you want on the internet.
That's crazy.
Where they sell Jell-O that's for wrestling. So I bought this big blow-up pool and called Ben, the guitar player, and went, "Get a ton of this Jell-O," and he ordered 5 bags, and we decided that wasn't even half of what we needed. So I ordered 5 bags, and we started filling it up and adding water, and it still didn't halfway do it. So they're kind of wrestling in green water. It's not.
But you said it was like $200 worth of Jell-O.
It was, and it still didn't fill that pool halfway up. And we
learned
very quickly into it that we should have put like an airbag or something, or a mattress or mat underneath the pool, because the very first time that one girl tackles the other one right on the concrete. Oh, that had to hurt.
Yeah, that's just one of those things you gotta.
Yeah, afterwards we went, oh, they're kind of red and banged up. We should have put a pad down, but who knows if we'll ever do that again. We went to New Orleans and shot Rigor Mortis.
Right.
And we got Phil Anselmo doing an intro
right.
and kind of introducing, talking about Rigor Mortis back in the good old days. And that's the only video I've got. That's got like 50,000 hits, and that was actually on the Texas Jam website, because Rigor Mortis opened the, not Texas Jam, the Ozfest when it was in Dallas.
That's right.
When it was in Dallas, that was actually on the Ozfest website, so that got like
really?
50,000 hits from that.
Nice.
So pretty happy about that. I wish it was a better looking video, but you sometimes when you're live like that, the lights you get are the lights you get, and you got to do what you got to do.
Rigor Mortis put fear into every motherfucker that was heading to the show. Rigor Mortis is the epitome of old school thrash with a fucking exclamation point. Fuck everyone.